Hello and welcome to today's video. So I've got an idea for this video. Essentially I've got loads and loads of books out on Netgalley, like loads of advanced reader copies that I've got through the Netgalley website and app that I haven't read, and it's getting to a ridiculous amount. And on top of that, I've had 2 failed vlogs over the last week. Like, I've started vlogs twice and they've just gone to crap basically. So I've deleted all the footage and we're starting again. So this is going to be like 4.5 to 5 days of me reading as many Netgalley arcs as possible, basically, like as many arcs that I can. I currently, on my Netgalley give feedback shelf, have 26 outstanding arcs to like give feedback on, and that is ridiculous. So I am kind of secretly hoping I can do 1 a day. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm going to aim for 4 books, because essentially this is Wednesday's video, so I figured that's giving me 4 solid days: Saturday, which is the day today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday for any overlap. So that's what we're going to try and do, at least 4 books from the Netgalley shelf. So yeah, this is the video. We're going to be trying to read as many Netgalley arcs as possible. All but one of them I've got on my Kindle, and that's actually the reason that this has spurred this on, because the one that is not available on Kindle is only available on phone. I only have 6 days left, because when you put it on like the Netgalley shelf on your phone, you only get like, I'm not sure the amount of days, I think it might be 45, but it could be a different amount, I'm not sure. You only get that many days to read it, and I put it on my phone when I got accepted for it and still have not read it. So yeah, welcome, that's the introduction. Let's get into what we're reading. Day 1, Saturday, I'm going to be reading Rewitched. This is actually the latest book that I've got accepted for, and it's really spurred this on because I'm so excited about this. Like, I'm so excited about this book. I've already pre-ordered it. Like, I pre-ordered it when the Waterstones special edition was announced. This is a cozy fantasy, like cozy magical realism book about a witch who is just figuring out life basically. So let's see the official synopsis as it is on Goodreads. Belladonna Blackthorn hasn't lost her magical spark, but she hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved Luna Books with protecting it from her toxic boss who's running it into the ground, and all the while concealing her witchcraft from the non-witches around her, Belle is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. But when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, Belle risks losing her magic forever. With the month of October to fix things and signs that dark forces may be working against her, Belle will need all the help she can get. From the women in her life, from an unlikely mentor figure, and even an infuriatingly handsome witchman who's sworn to protect her. With found family, slow burn romance, and an uplifting message about self-love, this is the cozy autumnal read that you've been waiting for. And this official release date for this one is September 19th. So this one I'm going to read first because it's the one currently I'm most excited about, because honestly I applied for this arc as a fluke. My Netgalley percentage at the moment is shit, to say the least. So I really wasn't expecting to get accepted for it. My Netgalley feedback ratio is currently at 42%. They recommend to have it about 80. So really wasn't expecting it, but now I've got it and I really want to read it. So that's what I'm going to do first. So first check-in time, because I actually read chapter 1 before bed last night because I couldn't wait. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really good. I am already getting the vibes. I'm already liking her main character, and it feels like a very good opening. Like, chapter 1 felt very good as like an opening of like, this is the vibes, this is the life, this is their main character, like where are we going to go from here? I really liked it. I liked their main character's personality. I liked the people that we already got to meet and see snippets of, and overall chapter 1 was really fun. So I'm really excited to continue reading this. Also, I should mention that throughout this vlog I'm going to be trying my best. I've decided to try my best at, whenever I'm reading a book, like the vibes of the book, to try and do something in that vibe. So honestly, like, this book's got a cat in it. I could just chill with my cat, but I think we're going to a garden centre today. And I feel like garden centres are quite witchy, getting some plants. So I'm probably going to get a plant. I'm going to limit myself to 1. But yeah, anything that I do over the next few days when I'm reading these books, I will also take you along with. It's going to be a vlog, it's going to be spoiler free, and we're going to hopefully have a good time. So come along. We're back. I'm changed into big comfy clothes. I have a grand time today, but I've not done much reading. I'm still on chapter 2, but I'm planning on spending the rest of this evening just reading, so ignore the washing. We're halfway through doing a load of washing, but ignore that messy bit. But I've got a green witch ambience room on, and then I'm literally just going to read this book. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think it's really good. It's very easy to like get into and get into like these characters. Like I'm genuinely having a really good time. I'll probably check in about the halfway mark. I'm currently says I'm 8% of the way through, so hopefully that's accurate. And when I'm about 50%, I'll check in and just tell you my thoughts. Obviously this is spoiler free, so I'm really not going to tell you much, but I will tell you how I'm personally feeling about how it's going. Whilst Geoff is being really cute, I thought, I also realised I never showed you my plant. I did get one plant, and it does, if I say so myself, look super witchy. I really like it. It looks really cool. It's just a tiny little one. It's a Pilia depressor. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks lovely. It's this. And it's a trailing plant, so I'm gonna put it on the bookcases upstairs and see how it looks, but I'm also really happy with this. So I have got to 49% of this book, which is also chapter 16, and I've decided I'm liking it, I'm having a good time, and I'm going to just keep reading basically. I feel like I do know where the book's going now, and I know what's going on with it. From the synopsis you think you know where the plot's going. It did surprise me how it's gone there. I was like, oh, like we've got to do this thing it says in the synopsis, and I understand that now. And then in the book, when it was revealed how that was going to happen, I was like, oh, obviously this is going to be like this, and then it wasn't, and I was like, oh, okay. So like how's this gonna happen and what's gonna happen here. And yeah, I'm having a good time. I'd say the only thing that is niggling at me so far is at the start of the book we're kind of explained to how magic works, the rules of magic, how you detect magic, all of that stuff. Like that's all given in explanation. And there have been a couple of times where feeling a like drive or something has been described, and as the reader it's kind of like, so there's magic nearby, and our main character hasn't been on that same wavelength, that same thought path. So as the reader I'm aware of that. Like I don't know. It's the tiniest little thing, but I am very aware that it's happened twice and I'm only halfway through the book and I'm a bit like, I don't want this to keep happening. But overall I'm really enjoying it. I'm really loving it. I like the cat. I don't think there's much I can say because obviously like this doesn't come out till September, so I'm not going to say too much, but so far I would highly recommend it, and I'm hoping that it sticks this way throughout the rest of the book. It reckons I've got 4 hours and 20 minutes left to read, so I won't finish it before we go out today. We're going for a little walk, but I might take it with me, so if we sit down anywhere I can give it a little read. And yeah, overall having a great time with this read. Yeah, let's carry on with chapter 16. So it's actually 10 past midnight, so I'm going to do a very quick update. 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I think 4.5 stars is a really solid like rating. There was one thing that I will talk about once the book has come out that is basically the main reason why I've put it down half a star, and it was just something very confusing that was confusing enough for me when reading. It took me out of the story. But I'll have my Goodreads link down below, and basically when the book comes out I will update my Goodreads review, also with a spoiler portion. But for now, what I will say is I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. It was such like a magical, cozy time. I enjoyed the resolution, I enjoyed how things were revealed. It all made sense and went together really well. And I really enjoyed following our main character Belle. Like, she was very easy to follow, very easy to want to root for and want to like see the best for. There were found family vibes that I really liked. Like, I don't know if it was like technically officially found family, but the found family vibes, I really like them. There's like a little sprinkle of romance too, and overall it was just really fun. I really enjoyed it and I had a great time reading it, so I'm really glad I have read it. Yeah, that is my final thoughts on Rewitched. But now it's time to pick the second book for the video, and the book I've decided to go for is Queen of Shifting Sands that is literally because, well, it's after midnight now, so I bet it's got down to 4 days. Yeah, 4 days left to read. It's one of the few that isn't available on Kindle. It's only available on the Netgalley shelf, so like I have to read it on my phone. But I think the Netgalley shelf works on your computer somehow as well, but I'd rather read on my phone than my computer. So yeah, that is it for now, but I should give you a synopsis for Queen of Shifting Sands. No, also I'm going to give the synopsis for this. This is book 1 in a series. There is technically a short story that you can read before this. From what I've seen online, it's like optional. You can read it, you don't have to. But again, not sure because this is a brand new book. It is technically out. It came out 2 months ago now. So apparently this was published on March 12th of this year. So there's not that many reviews still, and I haven't seen it like definitively said anywhere if you like 100% should read or 100% doesn't matter, but like it seems like people have gone into it, some having read the short story before, some not. The short story is called Daughter of the Desert, and it's just available on the author's website. But essentially the synopsis for book 1, because it's a very short story that takes place before book 1, like it can give away some of the endings for that short story, which I did read in preparation for this a few days ago. So, Queen of Shifting Sands. A crowless queen, a cursed prince, one summer to live. The stars have aligned in the kingdom of Instanold, or so Lystra believes as she eagerly awaits her wedding day. Her beloved, the king, is everything her heart desires, but when a brutal attack leaves her betrothed dead and Instanold on the cusp of collapse, she finds her future in ruins and the throne beyond her reach. With invasion looming across the desert, Lystra refuses to let grief keep her from defending her kingdom, even if that means forging a marriage alliance with Elric, the brother of her most loved, a prince shrouded in secrets. Elric, now heir to the throne, has spent his life waiting to die. An untouchable curse lurks beneath his skin, and though he aches to see its suffocating hold severed, he'd long given up hope. When his brother's death drags him from the shadows, Elric must find the strength to shoulder the crown's burdens and secure a queen, a wife to protect his kingdom after the curse claims him. With the adoration of the people already in the palm of her hands, Lystra is the ideal candidate. But even if she doesn't spurn him for his rumoured curse, he'll need to protect her from its dangers, and his heart, as he finds himself steadily drawn to the girl's unbreakable spirit. With death on the horizon, Elric must become the king he never planned to be and save Instanoid before his time runs out. Lystra and Elric only have one summer to prepare their kingdom for invasion, but more than one threat prowls their desert, and the cost of survival might just destroy them all. Queen of Shifting Sands is a fantastical romance adventure where duty and endurance grapple amid the sands of chaos. Lovers of intrigue, high stakes and slow burn romance will fall in love with this escape into rich, immersive fantasy world. Sounds really good. I'm really excited for it and I do really want to give it a go. Its genres are fantasy, romance and new adult. So yeah, let's give this a read. Again, I will just check in as and when. Again, no spoilers, but I will tell you my thoughts and feelings. Hello, good morning. So I've made it to chapter 6, which means I've actually read the first 5 chapters. According to the app, I'm 9% of the way through. And so far, like, it's decent. I'm having an alright time. I'm enjoying it. It's dual point of view, and we've only had 2 chapters from the one and 3 from the other. But the perspective that we've had 2 chapters from, Elric, I actually feel like I know him a lot better than I currently know our main character, Lystra. Even though Lystra was like the only perspective in the little mini short story. I don't know, I haven't figured out how much time has passed between that short story and now, but it feels like it must have been quite a lot because I really don't feel like I know her yet. But from what I've seen from both of them, I've really enjoyed it and I'm like very much enjoying it. Like, I want to spend more time here, I want to understand more. I am hoping that soon, because right now it is very like internally based into how these two main characters are feeling. I'm hoping that soon we'll get a bit more like external and kind of see how the world is, what's going on, that sort of thing. But yeah, early days, really enjoying it, and I'm definitely going to read more. I think we're going to go to the garden centre now to get some lunch. So yeah, I'm gonna obviously take my phone with me, and I'm probably going to do a fair bit of reading there. So yeah, I'll bring you along and we will go have a look at what's going on. I know we went to the garden centre 2 days ago. This is just our little tiny local garden centre, so we're going for lunch. Obviously I will have a cheeky look at the plants, but yeah, it's a different thing. So I'm about to run a bath. Well, the bath's currently running, hence you might be able to hear it. But I am 30% in. Full transparency, it's on Kindle Unlimited. I was really struggling. I've broken my phone, and to try and read with my phone screen was proving difficult. If I put it back to whatever the title page is, so you can see like that was just the title page. Obviously the writing's a lot smaller on other pages, and there's just this massive, yeah. So because I could only read it that way, I've decided to move to the Kindle. I skimmed through the first 9 chapters, which is where I was when I decided I couldn't read on my phone anymore. I was switching to my Kindle. I didn't see any differences except for the map was now there. On the ARC version it just said map to come, so I'm just reading it on my Kindle, but I'm still going to get it done hopefully today, but I'm not sure. It's actually, oh, it's 10 to 10, did not realise it was that late, but I'm going to be in the bath for at least an hour, so I'm going to chill and read some more. In terms of the book, like, I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm having a good time. There are things that are annoying me, but they're to do with characters, and I believe I'm meant to be being annoyed, but I'm ready to move past that now. I'm ready to move into a bit more of like the dynamic. Like, it's a fantasy romance, and it's said in the synopsis about these two characters, and we haven't really seen that yet, but I do think we're getting there. So I'm excited to keep reading, and I'm having a good time so far, not blowing me away. And I still haven't figured out how long it's been since the little short story that I read. I think it's only been a year based on certain things that have been said, or less than a year, but I'm confused as to change that's occurred for different things if it has only been a year. So yeah, not super important, but yeah, I would like to at some point. I might just Google it, see how far before book 1 does that short story take place. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely plodding along, definitely having a decent time. Right now, if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be between a 3 and a 4 stars, but we'll keep reading and we'll see where it goes. I really want to get into like the plotty bit of it now, because like it seems like the plot is going to be good when we get there, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it picks up pace and we get there soon. I'm about to go to bed, but I thought I should do one final update before bed, because honestly I don't know how much I'm going to read in bed, so this might be like the final update before I finish it. So I'm currently on 54%. I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time. We've got to a part where like I'm very happy with where we're at. Like I've got further than what was in the synopsis, and I'm happy about that, but the pacing is still very slow. I'm not sure how many books this series is going to be. But right now it feels like it's going to be a very long series unless the pacing picks up. But obviously I'm at 54%. I know that most fantasy books it's between like that 60 and 80% mark where like a lot happens. So I'm intrigued. I want to know more. I'm liking our characters, but when it was described as slow burn, it is slow burn. Yeah, like I don't know, like honestly I don't know. I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time, but it's really slow and it's just not the pace I'm expecting. So yeah, I'm curious. I also don't know if this is going to have any conclusion, or if this is just going to follow the plot up until a point that will be picked up in the next book. Like, I really don't know. I don't know if it's going to be satisfying or if it's going to end on a cliffhanger. I really don't know. I'm going into this one very blind because honestly I just haven't seen any information about it. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'd still say, you know, another 20 odd % in, I think I've read since the last update, and I'd still say it feels like it's going to be between a 3 and a 4 stars. So yeah, we'll keep reading. So I've just finished the book. I don't know how to word this, but like I'm quite disappointed. I think I'm probably going to give it 3 stars, but I really need to sit down and think about it, to be quite honest, because honestly right now I feel like it's been mismarketed. Jafar's just started on his scratching post, so ignore that if you can hear it. Yeah, right now I just feel like technically the book wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I thought I was getting from it. I don't know. I'm gonna have a sit down. I've got my notes app up and I'm gonna have a think, but I don't know. Like, it was a fine book, it was alright. I will come back at some point today when my thoughts are in order, but for now I think I just need to sit down and figure out what actually was this book, because it wasn't wrong, I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't great either. Okay, I have my thoughts together, I've got my feelings together. I'm just going to read out straight from what I've wrote on my note, because I don't think any of it counts as spoilers, and I think this is as succinctly as I'm going to be able to talk. So, I'm giving it 3 stars. It was fine. There was nothing I hated about it, and there was nothing wrong with it, but it didn't blow me away, and I didn't get out of it what I wanted. I think that some of this is due to how it's marketed, and some of this is to do with the characters, but also how different this book is to the short story that you can read before it. None of the cool fun things present in that short story were in this book, except for one very small desert ride that was part of a chapter. When it comes to the marketing, this is a new adult fantasy romance. I don't see any reason for this to be new adult. I'm not aware of anything not suitable for a young adult audience. And there was no romance. I assume this is going to be a longer series, and I can see that there are potential romantic pairings that could form, but this book was not that at all. The closest to romance this got was mutual admiration. So if this was advertised as a YA fantasy and I'd gone into it expecting that, I potentially would have rated it higher. Then when it comes to the 2 main characters we follow, at the start of the book I was 100% cool with them. They were both interesting and I really liked Elric. But they showed no growth throughout this, and even though they both acknowledged the people they need to be for the responsibilities they've ended up with, no movement was made towards that. I also really didn't like how self-deprecating they both were, and it wasn't in a fun little joke way, it was a lot. In the book description it says lovers of intrigue, high stakes and slow burn romance will fall in love with this escape into a rich immersive fantasy world, and unfortunately I don't agree with that. It was an interesting concept and I had fun reading it. If you want to read a well written YA fantasy, then give it a go. I just wanted more, and the synopsis and the marketing set me up for there to be more. So yeah, a bit of a disappointing one, I think, honestly, just because of how good I was expecting it to be, and it didn't turn out to be that. It is now 6 PM on Tuesday, and I need to edit this video for tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to finish another book. I'm tempted to start reading Pink Moon, which is a small poetry collection that, according to this, is only 88 pages. No, honestly, like, I've just had a look and I don't think I can read it this evening. And if I can't read it in just this evening, then there's no point in me starting another. So I think that is the end of this vlog. We have only read 2 books, but we had one absolutely amazing one and one that was still fine. So yeah, that is it from me. I have really enjoyed this. I haven't got as many books off the Netgalley TBR as I would have liked, but we've got 2 down, and 2 down is good for me. We'll have increased that percentage score, we'll have increased that ratio, and I'm going to maybe start doing this every couple of months until I get those down. So yeah, I do really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you liked it, subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!